Tanguy Ndombele is now a part of Mauricio Pochettino's squad. They're absolutely smashing their transfer record to get him. And fortunately, Jules is on because, Jules, you can tell us a lot more than most. You look at his resume and it doesn't exactly impress that much.
What do you mean it doesn't impress that much?
Well, he's played for Lyon, that's it. 6 caps for France. And someone who they've paid, what, $80 million for?
You're right. I mean, he's only 22, and his path to the top has been very interesting because he's someone who was released from the Guingamp Academy when he was 16, only 5 years ago, who had no club, who thought football was over for him. He went to a small club, Amiens, and couldn't even play in their reserve team in the 5th division back home in France. So there was a time where he looked like, despite all his talent, because he was a very talented kid, that maybe the attitude was not always right, the focus was not always right, and that he threw all that away. However, he got a bit more confidence, he got his mojo back when he was at Amiens, when he finally made it to the first team. He helped them going up from the 2nd division to the 1st division, where then he moved to Lyon, and he had 2 very, very good seasons, you have to say, with Lyon. He was exceptional in the Champions League last year against Manchester City, in the Ligue against PSG, for example, and he made his debut with France in October 2018. So everything has gone really fast for Ndombele, including this transfer, becoming the most expensive player in Spurs history. However, there's a reason why Pochettino made him his priority and wanted him as his first signing this summer, is because he really feels that Ndombele is the perfect fit for the Spurs teams because of the intensity in which he plays, because of his very rare profile of having the power and the strength and the physicality, but also being so good technically and so gifted with a good eye for a pass as well. And that profile is quite rare. And I think for all those reasons, Tottenham and Mauricio Pochettino are very happy that they've signed him.
Wow, Jules, you saw him well. Who would you compare him to?
He has a bit of Paul Pogba in him. There's no doubt, in the sense that he can basically do everything you want as a modern midfielder. He can defend, he can attack. Yes, he prefers when he has the ball, and when he can run with the ball, he breaks the opposition line with the ball, with those runs and with the passes that he does as well, he makes. So that is his main strength. Defensively, when he doesn't have the ball, he has to be a bit more disciplined and focused, and there's a bit of work to put in there. At times last season with Lyon, he was losing his marking a little bit. We saw that against Hoffenheim, for example, in the Champions League. So there's still a lot of room for improvement, and for him a lot of things to learn. But yeah, I think there's a lot of Patrick Vieira, Paul Pogba, those kind of players in him. And if you're a Spurs fan, I guess a mix between Moussa Dembele, who they've never really replaced in the way he can use the ball, and Moussa Sissoko for the powers of his runs.